What is going on, everyone, and welcome to a quick beginner tutorial on how to do Tales of Tribute with the new High Isle expansion in Elder Scrolls Online. So, it came out today, and I wanted to go over how you actually play the game because I know it was a little bit confusing. The tutorial didn't really make sense unless you read all the lore books. So, basically, once you get into High Isle right here, you go down around here. There's a few like pamphlets or something you read like on the walls, and then it'll start a quest on like playing games, and then you come down to this gaming hall with the little like crown. It's in every town actually, but just go start it in the High Isle. And then you come down here, do a few quests, and eventually you'll lead into over here, and then you start over here and then just talk to the NPC. But anyway, what you guys are here for is how to actually play it. Let's go do it against an NPC. The way you could play against other people is unranked and ranked. There's no ranked right now. It's day one, and it's just not available yet. So, what we're going to be doing is playing against an NPC. I'm going to explain how it works, and by playing against an NPC, there's no time limit where there is against other players. So, let's just, you talk to anyone. You can do it in any town, but let's just talk to her.
Got something to prove.
Let's play Tribute. Okay, so here's how it works. When you first start, you get to pick. First pick is you get to pick two of them, and your opponent gets to pick two. Now you unlock these later on by just playing a game and getting more achievements, ranking up. So ultimately, we're gonna be playing against this, and there's no pay to win in this game. All there is like if someone else has it and you don't, you could still play what they have as well. And the same as if you have it and they don't, everyone's on the same playing field. Okay, so the way this works is your goal is to get 40 prestige. The prestige is the little hexagon icon right here, and both sides will have 0, and your goal is to get 40. The red diamond is power, basically like your attack damage, and the circle is a coin, which is your currency in the game. So right here, it's covering the camera, but it's basically your deck and your opponent's deck. Now you can actually see your opponent's cards and what's coming up, and this opponent can see yours as well. And over here, the way you win is by getting 40 points, which is in the hexagon, or making sure that all of these 4 coins, like 1, 2, 3, 4. The middle one is not a counted one. All 4 coins are facing your side, and you do that by activating it. And so it's neutral by default. And if your opponent picks it, you'll be unfavored, and if you get it, you're favored. So anyway, now that we've explained what all the board things are, obviously this is the timer. This is the discard pile, and right here is your like graveyard that's cooldown. It's called a cooldown, and it goes back into your deck. It gets shuffled back after 2 turns, and this is right here is your play board, which is what you're playing this turn. And then after you get everything in your current turn goes into the cooldown, and then after that it gets shuffled into your deck, and then you cycle through it over and over. So if you want to know what these tribute patrons do, you just like hover over it, and then like if your favors you get more, and if it unfavored, a little bit less. But you just hover over it, look at what it is. So, okay, what do these icons mean? Basically, you look at this. If you hover over it at the play effect, it means you have 1 coin, and then most of the time it's a lot of just pictures, and they all still do the same thing. So like 1 coin and then 1 coin. It's just the difference is if you look at it, this 1 coin goes with the Psijic person. And now that doesn't necessarily matter, but it will when we go into advanced things like comboing. But in terms of that, like all these have the same effect. And this is the middle board where we have different colors and different effects. So if you see this one, it's a purple one. It goes with the Duke of Crows. And if you hover over it, it'll be like a play effect, which is you gain 2 power. Draw 1 card, and then gain 3 coins. The way you combo it is it's kind of like matching colors. So, for example, if I had another purple or 2 purples in my hand, you can combo it and get a 2 effect. Or if you have 3 purples in your hand, you get 3 purple effects and whatnot. So that's why they're different, but a lot of them have more or less the same effect. And you look at like where the lore master on the side is of how you combo it. That's why they're different colors, and that's what the important part is. So let's start off our turn 1. Well, our opponent already had turn 1. Let's start off now. So we have a total of 5 coins. This is how it works. You just click it, and then it goes into your active play turn pile. So we got 5 coins. And if you don't use the cards right now, I think it just gets discarded into your cooldown, so you might as well just use them all on the same turn. So right now, you can see what you spent, and then you have 5, and we have 6 coins total. So you see the cost over here, the coin cost. If you hover over them, this one costs 4, or just like the number at the top. It doesn't matter if it's a circle number or a square scroll. It's just like, just look at the cost. Now we have a total of 6 coins to spend. We could combine it with 2 3s, a 4 2, and then you could also combine your cost with a number over here. So you see this icon, and then so every time has different ones. So like, let's say if you had power and trade one, which we'll get into once we get it, you could do that. So you basically want all of these to face your side as well. That's another way to win. And we have a 4 and a 2 right now. We're 6 coins total. So what are we gonna do? Let's just take a 4 and a 2 right now. And then once you take them, they get replaced by a deck or basically random. You can just look at whatever's in the tavern draw and the discard pile. So anyway, you see now that we got this is what we spent, and this is your agents. And agents is basically like a wall or a taunt. And if your opponent has a power, you have a character that can prevent them from basically getting more prestige or something before it goes into play. So that means it's like reduced numbers. So anyway, this is our cooldown pile. We took a 4 and a 2. This is what we're going to draw next, I believe. Current hand, which is empty because we played all our coins. Cooldown because we got these 2 cards this turn. So after that, let's end our turn. In a real match, there's 90 seconds, but we went over that in like a few minutes just to slow it down, and I can explain what it's all about. So now that you can watch your opponent, if you didn't know what they played or they're going too fast, you just click on it and you can see what they played this turn. Okay, so now our turn is basically here again. We have a total of 4 coins and 1 power. Let's play that. And we don't have anything to combo. So we have 4 coins, 1 power. Here's what happens. You could take a card for 4, and then you look at what it does. Like, if you take this card and the next time it comes to your hand, it goes to a cooldown, and then the cooldown shuffles into your deck again. So once you get this again, what happens is you get to gain 2 coins and remove 2 cards from the tavern, which is the center. What this treasury does is a card you played this turn gets sacrificed, and it turns into a writ of coin. So basically, you know how these coins are worth 1? A writ of coin is worth 2 coins. So that means when it gets cycled into your hand again, you play it and you get 2 points or coins instead of 1. So that's when you have like nothing else to do or just whatever. So generally, there are a lot of strategies to play. Like, let's say you want double value. Like, each tribute patron has some different effect. So that means there's a lot of different play styles. And you'll get into that. That's more like advanced stuff. So we have 4 coins now. Let's take let's see, what do we have? Cooldown. We have 1 purple. It's not going to get cycled in. So let's do it this way. Let's take this one. And then let's turn this one just to show you what it's all about. So all of them are neutral. They're facing like left, I guess, on the screen. We're going to click this one. You can only turn 1 per turn. And then your opponent can also turn them back. So if you have 4 lined up on one side, you win. So let's turn it. And because there's no we didn't have anything right now for an effect, but like if we had more favors and stuff, then we would get some benefits. So now we have 1 power because we played this red card right here. And so when we end our turn, the unused power, it turns into 1 prestige point. And so that's the goal of getting 40, but you can get 40 in multiple different ways by using combos and stuff. So when we end, we lose the power, but we get 1 prestige point. All right, so opponent's turn. We could look at what they played. They had 2 coins and then 1 power, and they had remove 1 card from the tavern, so they would probably remove something there. I didn't really see what they did, but it's fine. So what do we have here? We have 5 coins, basically, and then the way you would combo this is if you had 2 purples, then you would get a 2 combo effect, but you don't. So right now, we want to play this one, and we want to get another purple, right? So it doesn't really matter what you want. So it's play, do you want 2 coins or in a combo of 1 extra card, or do you want 2 cards? So let's just take this one for now. And then it gets replaced by a red card, which is from St. Pellin, and his is like St. Pellin has a lot of power cards, whereas the Crow has a lot of combo and draw cards, whereas Grandmaster has a lot of like shuffling, and this one is removing cards from play. So that every patron over here has a different like set of abilities. So that's why when we picked it in the beginning, it made sense a little bit more, like what you picked and why you picked it. All right, so we just watched our opponent's turn. We're going again. Now we have a total of 4 coins and 3 power. Now we're gonna watch how we play this one very carefully. So we're gonna play our coins first, and then so you see how this one is a 2 combo, right? So if we play this one first, and then this one, we're gonna get to draw a card while getting the other play effect. So we're gonna get 2 power, and we get to draw a card. Okay, so then we get to play the power. It's just 1 extra power, and then 1 extra coin over here. So we have 4 points or 4 coins to play, and then we get to pick something out of it. So what I do want is another red card for more power, and then I want to turn this one to face us. And what you do when it says sacrifice a card is you sacrifice like one of the things that has a number. So let's go back and read it for a second. Gain prestige equal to the card's cost -1. This patron now favors you, so you want all of them to favor you, and we discarded one of that card, and then you got some prestige out of it, so we got more points towards victory, and then we still have 3 power, and there's no enemies on the board. That means we don't have to go through their taunt and break it with our power. So when we end the turn, we're gonna have 7 prestige. So then you watch your opponent again. So let's take a look at our cards while the opponent is going. We have a total of 6 coins without any combos, and then, yeah, there's no combo with this one. So this one is a look at the next 2 cards of your play deck, which is over here, and then choose 2 cards to move to your cooldown pile. So basically, if we look at these 2 cards, this is the order that your cards are going to come in next turn. So every turn you get 5 cards, and then you want to send these away. Like, you want to send the regular gold coins away because they're just gold coins and they aren't really worth much, at least for what we have right now. Right now we want combos. So ultimately we don't have anything super important. We're just going to play the coins. It doesn't matter what order. There's no real combos to have. We don't have another purple, so we're just going to play that one. Move 2 cards to your cooldown pile, and up to 2 cards, that is. So we don't really want to move this to our cooldown pile. We want to move this coin one because it's just a coin. It's not really relevant. So we're pushing cards up into, like, closer to our pile. And then we gain 1 more. So we have 6 coins to play. And what we could do, if you do that again, they don't change from favored to anything. But you could get some extra like bonuses if you played it, or we could just take 6. And I don't think we have any lore master, so we don't really want to pick this one. But we do have some purples, and I think a purple would be more valuable. So yeah, let's take a 6-card purple, and then end our turn. We could have played the yellow tribute patron, but then I don't think I wanted to sacrifice anything. So right now, we're technically winning. We have 7 points. The opponent has 5 points. Okay, so it's my turn again. And we'll look at what we have. Do we have any combos? We do. We have a red. We have 2 reds. So we're going to gain a total of 3 power, I believe. Okay, so we play this one first, then red. So we have 3 power. Then we just play the rest of these because play effect, whatever. I probably should have played the purple one first to draw and then see what happens, but I just looked over that one. So now we have a total of 5 coins to spend and 3 damage. So we have that. Okay, so you look at your upcoming cards, and I think I want to spend another 4 on this one. Or what I could do with 3 is I could knock out some of my opponent's agents, which they don't have right now. I could get more coins, or I could destroy cards that are in play. I'm going to try to get the coin effect along with a sacrifice. We sacrifice one of the cards that I talked about before. So, like, we gain 1 coin, we'll sacrifice that one. So what that means is we got the writ of coin, and this one gives 2 coins. So basically, in your future turns, you're doubling your money. So that's it. And we have 10 points. Good. Hopefully this is less confusing now than it was, because the tutorial, you have to read a lot of extra lore books on the side for it to make sense. And yeah, so I played a lot of card games back in the day, like Hearthstone. I played Legends for a little bit, played Magic for a little bit, and if Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh count back when I was a child, then yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I like card games, and as I get into the more advanced things, as I unlock them, we'll definitely do that. So we have a combo here that we comboed with Duke of Crows, and then we have another combo with reds, and then we have an extra coin. So we have 5 power, 7 coins. What do we want with the 7 coins? Call on 1 additional patron this turn. That's pretty powerful, especially if you're winning later on. I want this one. So basically, you want to use as much of the coins as possible before doing anything or ending your turn. Sometimes it might actually be more strategic, who knows, but we'll figure out bigger plays. So we could see our cards in our next hand right now. We don't really have anything important. We just have 4 coins and a draw card. So we're going to play the draw card first and see what happens. We don't have a combo. We do not have a combo next, but I kind of want to see what's happening. Move up to 2 cards from your cooldown pile, top to bottom. And I don't want to move this one because it's a pretty strong one. And I don't really want to move that one either because that one's 2 coins. But, I mean, you don't have to discard any or move any. So, yeah, we just have 6 coins now. What do we want to do with it? We just want to start cycling through more cards. Acquire 1 card from the tavern that costs 5, up to 5. That's pretty valuable. So, let's take that one. And draw 1 card? Sure, why not? Play effect. Got 3 coins now. So this is where you cycle through cards. Does it make sense? Then let's pick a blue one. Or we could sacrifice a card and then get some points out of it. Let's actually do that. We'll toss 5. So, for example, what we did that. 5 minus 1, 4. We get prestige points out of it. And we'll take that and end our turn. So, hopefully this is making sense a little bit more now as I explain my plays and how the game itself works. I've definitely had very short games, like 4 minutes, and I've had long games up to like almost half an hour. But as for the sake of like demonstration and all this stuff, hopefully it's making sense. Okay, so we look at our cards. Make sure to play certain cards in order. Like, look at the 2 next cards in your deck and then see what happens. What do you want to do? Send them. We want to send this one to the cooldown because we don't want it. And then after this one, there's nothing, no combos to do. So we have 7 coins right now. We're just gonna take this one. Ooh, that one. This one is a agent, and that means when you play it, it'll stay on the board, and it has a 5 shield, right? So the power that you have will go to the shield first before going towards like your opponent's prestige points. So we could sacrifice this, get 1 point. So it's 2 minus 1 is 1, easy. And then we sacrifice that card out of the game into the pile, discard pile, get 1 point out of it. Next turn, we have a combo of 2 coins, 2 power. So we play the peck first, and then the scratch, and then random goodies. What we're going to be doing first, though, is acquire 1 card from the tavern of 5 or less. So, acquire 1 card. That's 5 or less. I personally value the draw card a little bit more, but gain 4 power is also just straight up good. So, I want to take that one. It'll be in our deck in the future. Peck, scratch. We have 6 power right now. And then remove 1 card from the tavern. I guess I could have played this one first. Or if we toss it, and then you look at the next cards. Pick one, get rid of it. I'm gonna get rid of that one. Move up to 2 cards from your cooldown pile, top to bottom. We don't want to because these combo, so we just do that. So, we have options here. We could take up to 5 coins worth of things, or we could turn the things over here. And I think I am going to choose the turn one. Knock out 1 agent. This is an agent. Cost me 4 coins and 1 trade, right? So now we have 1 coin left, can't do anything, just end our turn. And the points we got, we just go to our prestige. So in theory, next turn, we should be able to turn this and win by 4 favors. Okay, maybe not. Kind of read that wrong. There was a trade instead. Okay, so we have 3 power and then 6 coins. What we could do is do this again. Knock out 1. 2 coins left. Take that one. End our turn. We have 3 power. That means we get 3 points. So we're at 29. So in our next turn, we don't really have anything important. Pick one that costs 5 or less. This one is a 10 cost. It's a very end game thing. We are going to take... I want this one. We don't have anything here. All these are just value coins. And let's see, we're at 29. We could get rid of this one for 3 points. Do that. So we're at 32. We have 4 coins. Let's take this one. So here's how it's going to work. we either get 40 points or we get St. Pellin's to be on our favor, and then we win. So let's say the game is close. Let's say both of you are at 39 or like 40 or something. Someone goes over 40. The other person now has one more turn to push past your limit. If they can't pass you once you are past 40, then you win. And if they, let's say you have 41 and then they do a combo and they have 42, you now have one more turn to push past 42. And it keeps going until one person cannot pass the person who has 40. Okay, so play effect. This is where things go a little bit advanced. 2 coins, 2 power. In this case, the 2 combo is irrelevant, but sometimes it's different and you get different things. So both of these have the same effect, so it doesn't actually matter what order you play in. And so yeah, we have extra coins and remove 1 card. Let's get rid of that one because real unlikely we're gonna get that. Move 2 cards to your discard. We'll do that one this time. So we have 7 coins, and we have 5 shield, 4 shield. Gain 1 taunt. Like this one, you have to taunt first. Same with this one. This one just has a bonus with it. Power versus coin, and 1 extra shield. So I think I value the coin a little bit more. And then technically we do win because we do have 2 power and then we had a trade. So if I turn this one, we just win the game straight up. But the other route would be whoever goes to 40 first. So let's turn the coin and we win. Doesn't matter. So you see how 4 of them turned to our favor? That's how we win. And yeah, so it shows all 4 of the icons on the bottom. 4th one's covered up by the camera. But yeah, that's basically how Tales of Tribute worked. Hopefully it made sense. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And then you get some rank points, and then you get a mail reward, and then you get some XP at the end. So that's basically it. Hopefully it helped. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. We'll probably do some more ranked ones in the future. I like card games, so hopefully it made sense. See you guys tomorrow. We're actually going to be doing the entire High Isle expansion as we do with every expansion. So if you are into ESO, check that out. I basically went to get the crafting station so I could put the tunables in my house, but we have not started the story yet. So I'm going to be doing that tomorrow, and have a fantastic day.